Good morning, students. Today, today we will study about the chapter number 14, natural resources. Okay, which is our which is in our ninth class syllabus for internal assessment. Okay, so what are the natural resources around us? Air, water, and soil. These are also the natural resources. So we talk about our planet Earth. Okay, our planet Earth is the only one on which the life, as we know, it exists. Okay, so life on Earth is dependent on many factors. Okay, so life is present on this planet Earth, and it depends on many factors. Okay, so the temperature of this Earth, the water, the food available, these are the resources available on the Earth, and the energy from the sun. These are the basic requirements for the life to sustain on Earth. Okay, so what are these resources on Earth? We have to discuss in this chapter, and how we are using these resources. Okay, the main resources are the land, water, and the air. Okay, the land, water, and air gives us the main resource of on the Earth, and the outer crust of the Earth is called the lithosphere. Okay, that is our land. Okay, so crust of the Earth is known as the lithosphere, and you know that water covers about 75% of the Earth's surface. So water is another important natural resource, and third one is this water resource is known as the hydrosphere. Okay, this contains the hydrosphere. Okay, and the air that covers the whole of the Earth like a blanket is called the atmosphere. Okay, so the air that covers our Earth is acting like a blanket, and it is called as the atmosphere. Okay, so living things are found where there these three exist. Which three resources? Lithosphere, hydrosphere, and atmosphere. Okay, lithosphere consists of our earth crust, that is our land. Hydrosphere consists of our water resources, okay, which is the 75% on the earth's surface. And the third one is the air, that is atmosphere around us. Okay, the life supporting zone of the earth where the atmosphere, the hydrosphere, and lithosphere interact and make life possible is known as the biosphere. Okay, and this life supporting zone of the earth where the atmosphere, the hydrosphere, and lithosphere interact with each other. Okay, the interaction of the atmosphere, hydrosphere, and lithosphere makes life possible. Okay, and the life is possible in our earth because of this interaction of these three parts: atmosphere, hydrosphere, and lithosphere. And this interaction is known as the biosphere. Okay, all these three life sustaining conditions or resources, atmosphere, hydrosphere, and lithosphere, consist to make a biosphere. Okay, so living things constitute the biotic components. Here the next topic is the biotic and abiotic components. What are the biotic and abiotic components? These are the parts of the biosphere. Okay, we can understand here biosphere, that is the life supporting zone of the earth. Okay, it is the life supporting zone of the earth. Biosphere is the life supporting zone of the earth. Okay, and the life supporting zones consist of two main components. Okay, the abiotic components and biotic components. Biotic components are those which contains all living things. Okay, plants and animals, all living plants and animals comes in the component of biotic component. And the abiotic component are the natural resources, substances that occur in nature and can be used for economic gain. Okay, these are abiotic components. Okay, so we will study these abiotic components in the detail first. Okay, and we know about plants and animals in the previous chapters. Many topics we have covered, but here we are going to study about the abiotic components. Components consist of the natural resources and that substance that occur in nature and can be used in for economic gain of the humans. Okay, so first abiotic component comes is the breath of the life, that is the air. Okay, so air is What is air? Air is a mixture of many gases, okay, like nitrogen, oxygen, carbon dioxide, okay, and water vapor. So air is a mixture of many gases. Nitrogen, that is 78%, consists of the air, and atmosphere keeps the average temperature of the earth steady throughout the year. Okay, it's the what is the main role of air? To keep the temperature uh, average on the average value, so that the life can be exist. Okay, there is a mixture of gases in the air that consist of the nitrogen, oxygen, carbon dioxide mainly, and the composition of air is the result of life on earth. Okay, so life needs these gases to live. Like we would need oxygen, plant needs carbon dioxide. So these are the life giving component. Okay, these abiotic components, these gases present in the air, gives us the life. Okay, in planets such as the Venus and Mars, where known life is known to exist, the major component of the atmosphere is found to be carbon dioxide. Okay, so there only the carbon dioxide is present in the Venus and Mars. So no life is exist there. Still, there is no life exist. Okay, so this is the difference between the Earth and the other planets. And carbon dioxide constitutes about 95 to 97% of the atmosphere on Venus and Mars. Okay, so very large amount of carbon dioxide is present on the Venus and Mars. It is about 95 to 97% of the atmosphere. Okay, eukaryotic cells and prokaryotic cells, which are we have discussed in the chapter 5, need oxygen to break down, okay, glucose molecules and get energies for their activities, and this results in the production of carbon dioxide. Okay, another process which results in the consumption of oxygen and concomitant production of carbon dioxide is combustion. This includes not just human activities which burn fuels to get energy, but also forest fires. Okay, so oxygen requirement is shown in this paragraph. How oxygen is useful from the prokaryotic cells and eukaryotic cells for breaking down of the glucose molecules and getting energy for their activities. Okay, the result is the formation of carbon dioxide, as well as in the burning of fuels. Carbon dioxide is produced by burning of the oxygen. Okay, despite this, percentage of carbon dioxide in our atmosphere is a mere fraction of a percent. Okay, here in earth the carbon dioxide is very less. Okay, so we can sustain here. And green plants convert carbon dioxide into glucose. Green plants use these carbon dioxides, okay, for manufacturing their foods or converting the glucose or carbon dioxide into glucose. Okay, they convert carbon dioxide into glucose in the presence of sunlight. Okay, for preparing their food they need carbon dioxide and water and sunlight in the presence of chlorophyll. Okay, and the process is known as the photosynthesis. So many marine animals also uses carbonates dissolved in seawater to make their shells. Okay, this is also the one type of resources, that is a abiotic resources uses carbonates. Okay, carbonates which are dissolved in seawater. Marine animals, that is living and biotic components, depends on abiotic components for their life. Okay, and here the role of the atmosphere. What is the role of the atmosphere? It covers our earth and acts like a blanket to our earth. Okay, and we know that air is a bad conductor of heat, so it keeps our average temperature of the earth during the whole year, and it slows down the it makes up the night cooler and days hotter. So proper distribution of air throughout the earth. And think of the moon, which is about the same distance from the sun, that is the earth. Despite that, on the atmosphere of the moon with no atmosphere, the temperature ranges from minus 190 to 110 degrees Celsius. Okay, so there is a huge temperature difference on the surface of earth, so there is no life on a moon. And here on earth the temperature is remains on the average values. Okay, so The moon we can see minus 190 to 110 degrees Celsius. Humans cannot survive on that planet. So why this first air and atmosphere is necessary for us, we can understand in this topic. Okay, so what is the role of this atmosphere and air in our life? So heating of water bodies and activities of living organisms, atmosphere can be heated from below. Okay, there are some processes shown here. The movement of air. Okay, the movement of air means the flowing of the wind. Okay, it keeps us cooler during the night, or it makes the days hotter. The lands around the seas and the movement of air is also a responsible abiotic component for the atmosphere of any place. Okay, like our planet. So atmosphere is the main element, okay, which gives us life. Heating of air and formation of water vapor is done by these winds. Water vapor is formed due to the heating of water bodies. Okay, heating of water bodies are done by the winds and these activities of living organisms. The atmosphere can be heated from below by the radiation. Okay, the atmosphere can be heated from below by the radiation that is reflected back or re-radiated by the land or water bodies. On being heated, convection currents are set up in the air in order to gain some understanding of nature of convection currents. So there are some activities we can perform here. Okay, and see the air currents being caused by the uneven heating of air. Okay, air currents by heating of air. So the air currents are produced. The patterns reveals by the smoke shows of the direction in which the hot and cold air move. Okay, so cold and hot air move ups in the atmosphere and makes the atmosphere hotter and colder accordingly by the radiation from the heated land or water. Okay, if land is heated, the radiation occurs from the land. If water is heated by the air, then radiation occurs from the water. And where the radiation goes, it rises higher in the atmosphere and makes the atmosphere faster heated up and faster heated down. Okay, the air over land would also be heated faster than the air over water bodies. Okay, so winds is also an important biotic component. Okay, at night both land and sea start to cool. Okay, since water cools down slower than the land, the air above the water would be warmer than the air above the land. So these are some factors which are air and atmosphere. Okay, so these are the abiotic components, and we will discuss about the rain and other factors in our next lecture. Okay, thank you. Have a nice day.